For many kids, sports are fun. They offer a chance to learn new skills, to make new friends, but athletes can face a lot of pressure to perform, and it's easy to get in their own head. But my next guest says parents can really ease the burden and make kids' experience much more enjoyable, even more successful. I'm with Jon Osborn, a mental performance coach with RJ Performance Group. He's here to share how to be a good sport as a parent. It's great to meet you, Jon.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
So mental toughness, as we say, resilience, is that just as important to work on as the physical skill itself?
Well, I think so, as long as the sport involves any type of mental aspect, which, as far as I'm counting, every single one of them does.
Yeah.
You know, at a certain point, you reach a level where everyone's as fast as you, everyone's as strong as you, everyone's the same skill as you. So you're looking for an advantage, and I think that's where the mental training comes in.
You say parents can play a really important role in how their child grows and how they react to those hard situations. Do we underestimate our power there? Oh,
I think so. I think we always do that. We underestimate our own abilities, right? But parents they're your superhero. Right? You know, they are the ones that, I was on a walk with my 3-year-old. She comes out to the middle of my leg, right? And I thought, from her perspective, I'm huge.
You're it.
I'm so strong, right? And so they just develop this trust, right? And so they learn your opinions. They learn about your reactions, and they're watching your reactions in sport, right? And so they're learning from you what's acceptable. So you teach them how to respond based on how you respond to adversity, particularly their own adversity.
Well, let's do this, Jon. If I can throw out a common scenario parents might face from the sidelines, maybe you can help us improve our behavior or our reaction just a bit, knowing those little athletes are watching.
That sounds great.
From the mid-leg up, I love that story. First scenario, the coach didn't give my kid enough or any playing time.
Yeah, what a tough scenario, right? And we want our athlete to succeed and whatnot. I think one of the things we want to try and avoid doing is belittling the coach, right? Sports is already such a vulnerable time and vulnerable place. They're out there working their butts off, and they may fail in that. And so when we're faced with a vulnerable situation, one of the best things we can do is to instill trusting our teammates, trusting our coaches, trusting our parents, trusting ourselves. And every time we belittle the coach, even if we're right, all it does is just kind of breaks that trust a little bit. So the next time they're in a vulnerable situation, I may trust coach just a little bit less.
So what do I do instead if my kid comes home and they're really discouraged?
Yeah, instead I just highlight and boast their strengths, boast their effort. Right? We're in the business of more about the process rather than the result. So catch them doing something right. You know, call while they're sitting on the back seat, call grandma and talk about how hard they played with the minutes they were given.
Let them hear that conversation.
Yeah, let them hear that.
Is it okay to let them vent? Is it okay to let them go on about this coach and how unfair it was?
Absolutely. We let them vent, right? What a great opportunity for this. Is going to be the first setback they experience. We know they're going to experience more, but the best part is they're learning how to experience setback under your roof.
There you go.
You get to help them. So let them vent, let them emote.
Really helpful. What about the child who suddenly out of nowhere is resisting practice? They hate even going to games. They were in it and now they're not.
It seems so out of character, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right? Well, I think we need to understand that motivation, it's fleeting. For you and me too. There's some days where I'm jazzed to get out of bed. Other times, let's just roll over a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And so we learned that athletes experience the exact same thing. So one of the things I think is more important is their commitment. One of the rules that we have is that you can't quit on a bad day. Right? So you were committed to this. We've signed up for the season. So I know today was tough, but we committed to this. So we're going to be at every practice. We're going to be at every game. At the end of the season, sure, we'll renegotiate and figure out, but we're committed to this.
We're not going to overblow it. You say we can, though, boast about their effort, like the work they put in to get to that point.
Absolutely. Boast about their effort, because even if they don't love it, they can still learn to work hard at something that is, less motivating for them.
All right, let me throw this one out. What if, and this is a tough one, and I've been in this situation, you're the parent on the sidelines. You know your kid better than anyone else, and you can see they aren't giving it their all. Whether it's a good attitude or a good performance, you know they're just kind of half-hearting it. What do you do in that situation? I just threw you a hard one.
You did throw me a hard one. We obviously just want to give them the solution, right?
Yeah, the fix.
The fix. This is a time to problem solve. And they're learning through sport how to problem solve that's going to be so beneficial later in their lives. So we let them do that. I know you want to just give them the answer from the sideline, but they're in the middle of problem solving mode. Let them figure it out, and then later, when the timing matters so much, later when the emotions aren't so hot, maybe ask them some open-ended questions, kind of get an idea of what they think their effort was.
What was in their head.
Yeah.
All right, a quick 30 seconds. Let me throw out this last one. My kid had a bad game. It was a bad game. It was a bad performance. They knew it. I knew it. And they made a lot of mistakes. How do I step in as the parent in that moment? Or do I?
They're going to feel bad. This is something they care about so much. At that age, kids are trying to figure out their own identity, and they are quick to cement their identity. I'm bad at sports, that's who I am, right? As parents, we can do so much by emphasizing yet that they're a work in progress. They're on draft 1 or 2 of a book that's going to be really, really great at the end.
I like that.
Right? So we emphasize that, I may not be good at sports. Hey, you're not quite there yet. But with work, with effort, with practice, you'll get there.
Jon, it's clear you're good at what you do. How can you help athletes, and how can we get in touch with you?
Yeah, find us at rjperformancegroup.net. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at rjperformancegroup. We love help athletes train those 6 inches between their ears.
I like it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.